Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are making a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. So I took a couple days off because I've been having long shoot days, but my shoot is wrapped, so we're back at it. Today was our last day, so we left off. We gave us these goblets of fire, and then we also changed it so that our animatable tiles can be put on either the ground level layer or the above ground level layer. So here our flowers are sitting on top. Our flowers are half transparent and they're sitting on top of the ground level layer, which gives us a little more uniqueness in the tile set because see how the flowers are kind of overlapping on the pathway here just a little bit. So that gives us a little bit more flexibility in terms of the artwork and stuff, which is cool. And it'll also actually no, okay, because what we're doing today is we're going to be building out the mage's castle right here. So yeah, we want to build out the mage's castle. You know what? I still don't know what I want to do with this because you know, I think we want the castle to be only 3 pixels wide, so it has a door right in the middle. But that means, I don't know, I kind of like the double wide here. Yeah, I think we did start doing a mock-up. I thought we started doing a mock-up. Yeah. Okay. So this is the new mock-up we made as a sort of proof of concept. So, oh, this is weird. We can't quite do this because if you look at where the tile is like leading into, it's right in between these two tiles. So it needs to be centered on one. Because our collision detection is based on the tile size collidable, so we can't put it right in the middle of those two. So I don't know. I do like how it looks in the center like that. Like I do like the 2 tile wide centering here. So I'm not exactly sure. I think I like Rickety Bridge being 1 from the right there. I think that looks okay. But yeah, I don't like this junk, and I don't like that this isn't centered. So what do we do? We could make a double wide door, like a bigger entrance. I don't know. I don't like that. I want it to be more. You know what? Maybe we can scoot the goblets of fire up. Because one thing I'm not liking so much is that if we look at the goblets, they look fine. But it's like, see how we can't walk behind it. We don't have the render order in our game like this. Prosto, what's up, dude? Yeah, we don't have the render order, so I'm kind of thinking like I kind of want these goblets to be like on either side of the entrance to Mage's Castle as a sort of like not really like a protecting, but kind of, I don't know. I just think it'd be cool if it's like right next to no, I didn't see you, but I saw that you followed me 3 days ago for some reason. That's what I was saying. So now you just spoiled yourself. Yeah, now you gave it away. Okay, so yeah, maybe I don't know. I think I'm missing something here. You know, I'm probably due for that too, Prosto, because like my follow list when I go to like raid people, I'm like, I don't even know these people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if you can remember their username, then they're probably good enough to stay followed too. But it's hard because it's like, you know, Twitch has got such a small community, so it's like I wanna support and tune into random people who stopped in and said what's up. Yeah, 200. Gosh, I'm probably at like 200 too. I'm probably following like 200 people. Okay, so part of me is thinking we can scoot. So what I want is I want these goblets to be kind of overlaid on top of the front of the sides of the castle. So like, see, I got this crappy mock-up, but if we had these goblets like up here, you know, halfway covering that, but that brings in a new problem of, yo, Proso, it's going good. I keep, you know, for 3 months straight, I've been saying demo's going to be done by the end of this month. Demo's going to be done at the end of this month, and it's not. So we're this is like the, I swear we're like we're not adding any more features for the demo. But what we do have left is some overworld design, because everything's placeholder right now. So I'm trying to build out Mage's Castle, and then I'm trying to, we have to like transpose the song into the loot minigame. I'm not too worried about that. I've got the melody. I just have to take the time to put it in. And then I guess the last, you know, I lied. We do have one last feature. We have the particle system, right, for the desert or for the snow or for the volcano. So like, as in the demo, when they go to the desert, there needs to be a scene where like the particle system comes into the certain map scene. And then if they go further, it's like way too dusty, right? Like the particle systems come out so that they can't go any further, and it's just a thing to show the people that, hey, there are other biomes in the game, but you can't quite get to them yet. So instead of just like having the fences like I do right now, instead of just fencing up everything, I'd like to be able to just be like, just to kind of like insinuate, hey, you can't go here because the sand is crazy, instead of these fences, these fence posts that I've got to stop people. So I would like if we can do that a bit more elegantly than just putting the blocks there. You know, I think it'll be cooler if you try to go into the forest and it's too rainy, or if you go, it's too snowy, too blizzardy. I don't know. So I guess that would be the last feature we need to add. But we have the particle system in the game. We just don't have a way to trigger it on a certain scene, which I feel like wouldn't be that hard to do. Yeah. Because there is, it's already in there. I mean, we are even doing, when we run the credits, we're pulling out our rain particle systems. Like, that's the rain. But that's not enough to like stop someone from walking into it, you know? So yeah. Oh, sorry, I think I cut off right before your name popped up, Prosto. Okay. But yeah, I think, there's a lot. Honestly, it was going to be only people who redeemed the focus coins for like 30,000. But we've got two redeemers of that. But also, like people like you, like Prosto, you like legitimately contributed to the code base with some of your circular spellcasting logic. So like I put you in there because you literally helped me solve a couple things. What up, RZ? Good to see you, dude. But yeah, Prosto, you definitely earned your spot up in there. But yeah, I'm thinking I want the goblets of fire to be surrounding the entrance of Mage's Castle, just because I think it's cooler down there. Yeah, it's all, you know, it's all the little things or like it becomes the little things once you've done it. But you know, before I've done it, it wasn't such a little thing, you know, like I didn't know what the heck I was doing. Yeah, dude, you're gonna be in it. Have you seen, Prosto, have you seen the artwork that Salto did for the game here? I don't know if you've seen this. Salto manga drew this stuff for the game. So this is going to be part of the Steam assets for when we launch the demo on Steam by the end of this month, which I keep saying. No, but me and Salto pair up and we set little goals for our project. So he's doing a manga. So he's, you know, we're kind of like accountability buddies for our projects. So for me, the end of April goal was for me to have a play testable demo to share on Discord for people, so that they can test it out and help me find some stuff. So, oh, that's cool, Prosto. I just wanted to show it off to you because I don't know if you've seen it, but Prosto did, or Salto did some great work for that. So I'm excited. But yeah, I'm hoping, you know, we have a week left in April. So if in a week we finish Mage's Castle design, a couple more overworld sprite tiles, and then design, it's not really level design, it's more like overworld layout, so that we can kind of build out the pathways to the desert, build out the pathways to the forest, and see what that looks like for the demo. And then the one feature of adding the particle system on the current scene, and then the demo should be ready, because we got the dungeon, we've got the loot minigame, we've got the little cinematic that plays once you win the loot minigame, so we're in good shape. That's crazy. I don't get how there aren't more Lua streamers, you know? I really don't get it. But I'm flattered that I pop up, because it's tough to... I've got like a YouTube channel I worked on for like 15 years, and I can't even find it when I type it in verbatim. Like I type in the channel name and I just don't see my own channel, which is really discouraging. So it's like I would think that for Love2d and Lua, I would never show up because it's just so broad. It's not even the name of my channel, but it's the name of what I'm kind of working in. But that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I'm a little... I don't know how I should do this for the overlay. I want to do... I would like if we could overlay this, but the thing is, this isn't flush with the tile set, because like if you look at the tile, like here's where it would be at an even tile. So it's almost like we'd have to like split up the animated part to be the bottom half of one sprite, and then the stationary part is the bottom half of another sprite, draw them both on the above ground layer. That's interesting, RZ. Well, it's cool. I appreciate anyone who likes Love2d or Lua, right? I'm just confused because it's like Harvard CS50 taught me how to do this stuff, and I feel like I'm not alone in like a lot of people finding a lot of use out of learning this engine based on that you know, based on that tutorial series. So I'm kind of surprised there aren't more of us out there. But yeah, I think we want to split these up, split this animatable tile into 2 layers so that we can put it's okay because the thing is, if we make the tile a collidable map object so that we can't walk through at least the bottom half of the animated part, but then no, RZ, if you don't follow Prosto, follow Prosto, because he's doing some magical things with Lua and Love2d for sure. Yeah, he's not joking. Prosto's a wizard at Lua, I swear. Okay, I think you know, because the issue is if we make this stationary part of this goblet a collidable map object, then we can't walk in front of it, because it would be collidable all the way to the bottom of this tile set. That's magic, Prosto. That's like the definition of magic. If you can't explain it, it just works. That's magic. Okay, so I think I know what to do. We would have to just like manually add the collidable map objects for the bottom half of this thing so that we can walk in front of it but not up into the goblet, and then we'll have the side collision with the collidable. Yo, good job, RZ. Good job. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna go about this way. So let's go to our master sheet and we're gonna split up our Goblet of Fire into 2 animatable tile sets. So yeah, I think we want to do this. We have to make sure, actually, yeah, this will actually be pretty easy, because all we should have to do is just place it. Like if we just put it right here and shift it down however far we wanted, you know, like maybe cool. Yeah, that's cool, Prosto. Honestly, yeah, your stuff is wizardry, I swear. Okay, I say we try this. We will need to draw. We need to change the animatable starter from this frame to this frame, because that is an animatable, and then we can actually get rid of all of these because these are all the same base, so we won't even need that. But we do need the tile ID of this new position, which we can find pretty easily if we look at our. We have a Python script that makes these numbered tiles, and it's called tiles numbered. Okay, so it looks like we need to change the 7:22 a.m. for Prosto, and yeah, it's 10:23 here for me. PM. So yeah, Prosto, yeah, me and Prosto are always like on the opposite time zones. But Prosto, you stream? Yeah, you stream about, I don't know, I feel like I'll see you at like noon my time sometimes, or like 11 a.m. my time sometimes. So it's like sometimes I can catch you at work. Yeah. Okay, so we need to go from 152 to 122 on the tile enum. So it should be sconce enum starter right here. So 152, and we're going to 122. And then this would be 26. Okay, so we've got the new animatable in there, and we're looking to do oh, and you know what? The bottom, shoot, the bottom of this thing can't be in the collidable map object layer. It can't be. because we would get stuck trying to walk through this thing. So we do have to move this part of it. You know. Okay, so I saved the PNG master sheet. Let's reload tiled. I've got to put dark mode back on for tiled because this is interesting. Go do it, man. Go do it. Unfortunately, there's not too much programming I'm doing. It's mostly just the tile stuff. But now, okay, so look, if we go to Mage's Castle, instead of, I don't even see our, the heck? I don't even see our, did we not save this thing? We exported a global map. Oh, don't tell me we didn't save it. And they're gone. Oh, they're gone. Oh, they're gone. Okay. They're gone because we changed the tile. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So they're gone because we moved the tile that used to be there. So in the above ground, we need to erase the old placements, and we can do, because I want these to be gone, and then I want we need the bottom of the sconce to be here, right? Because the doorway, if we look at our mock-up here, the mock-up has it. Where is it? Yeah, the mock-up has it. Yeah, the bottom one would be okay. So one below the fence post. So if the fence post was there, this is where the new sconces are. And then we need our new animatable, which we moved over here. So all we have to do is draw the first frame of it. And then, so we'll have collision for this tile, but no collision for this tile. So we'd have to add in some collidable objects. But just to start looking at it, we can put, this is not right, but I want to scoot it. I want to scoot it in. Yeah, I want to scoot it in. So like, just ignore how crappy that looks. This is just like a, let's do the stone. We've got a stone door here. Where is it? Oh, Prosto, I've got to show you the store. We've got an upgrade store now, and a dungeon fully built out. Where the we don't have a doorway going up for stone. We don't have one. Yeah, here, I'll show you. I'll show you. So we've got what's called the refinery, and the idea is you work through dungeons, and as you explore, you'll find these minerals, right? And then we have to equip our spellcast in order to actually spellcast now. So, and we have to also, if we wanted to push this boulder, we have to equip our green tunic for pushing, and then here's where the refinery, or the minerals are. So like there's some raw minerals here. So as you get minerals, you can tally these up. Now these are the red rubies, and this is what's needed for the Flama upgrade because it's the same color element as what we're spellcasting with. So the idea is you get the rubies, which we've got 100 apparently, which is totally wrong, but you take your rubies, you go into the refinery. There's Ren here who says, bring me your minerals so I can upgrade your elements. And then we've got a thing here that says, it'll tell you, your requirements. You got to have level 2. You got to have 25 rubies to get to level 2. You are at level 1 sort of deal. So this is the refinery. So as you know, right here, if we cast our spell, we can see we've got one flame. But if we go, we can say, oh, a level 2 costs 25 rubies. We have 100. It's cutting off the other 0, but it's really 100. It's going to be capped out at 99. This is just testing. But we bought the upgrade for level 2 for 25 rubies, and now our spell casting has 2. You know, and dude, like this is part of what you helped with, right? With the circular elements and that stuff. So if we wanted to, we can go up to level 3, and then we got level 3, and then now we have 3 spell casts. So we've got the upgrade system in game with our own like currency, you know, for minerals and stuff. So the idea is she takes the raw minerals and refines them into a spellcast element sort of deal. But yeah, I wanted to make like a little smelter with like a furnace basically. I still think I probably will, but it's not in the game just yet. I gave her a library back there just because we had already done the library sprites. But yeah, so it's coming together. It's starting to feel like you can actually do stuff in the game, which is nice. And then this is like the whole tutorial system. So like you'll get dumped into Mage's Castle here, and you can read about the different elements. You can read about some of the controls. You can see what certain things do. Just a sort of like in-game tutorial zone played off like a library, so that players can refresh like how to do things if they forget or whatever. So it kind of just is like an in-game tutorial area, and then this is where you actually get the loot. But yeah, so it's coming together. And then this there's supposed to be a wall of magic here, which we just haven't done yet. We did it for the cinematic, but it is not in the that's the wrong one. Oh shit. There's a button I made to trigger the cinematic, and I'm forgetting what it is. There it is. Oh god. But yeah, we've got this cinematic working without bugs. So he kind of like Mage rescues you at the beginning of the game, right? And then you wake up in his castle. It tells you the controls and then dumps you into the tutorial zone basically. And then when you try to walk up into Mage's place, he'll start off his little spiel. And then he gives you the first spellcast element right here. So this is all part of the progress we've been making in the past month or two. And then we got the scripted event, and then he builds out this magic wall. So like now the magic, oh shoot, I forgot. We have the magic wall working for rendering in the cinematic, but not working actual collidables. So we need to fix that. It's a state machine prosto for the cinematics. So it's all we're doing is just triggering a state machine with like scripted events. So it's pretty, I don't know how to do it. So it's just kind of like makeshift glued together, to be honest. How large is the map? There is, I think there's 100 in the overworld. And then there's potentially 100 in what I call the other world. So because if you like the overworld is contiguous, right, from adjacent scene to adjacent scene, but then if you go into a dungeon, it goes into what I call the other world, and that's just right here. Oh, it's better to show off in tiled here. So there's 10 by 10. Oh, and then the mini-map. I'll show you guys the mini-map too. Oh, God. Shit. Okay, so here's the 10 by 10. Yeah, so, you know, there's the 10 by 10. This is like the tutorial area is going to be like right here in these areas. And then the desert's over here, the ice mountain, the volcano, and the forest. The forest kind of extends as like an L, kind of. Just kind of like everything directly outside the starting zone is kind of forest. And then it's a 10 by 10, but there's also another 10 by 10 next to it. And that's where we have the scripted events, you know, like the scripted scene over here from the volcano, and then Mage's Castle is over here, and the dungeon is over here. And then also the inn and the refinery, as well as the Dark Temple. So there's a bunch of stuff over here, but most of it's empty right now. But it's a total of 200 screens that we have at least ready for. I think that's enough. I think that's enough for us to get where we're going. Definitely in this part. I guess it depends on the dungeon layout, how much the other world is going to be. Stuff rooms? I don't know what you mean, man. Stuff rooms? I don't know, dude. I want to show the mini map too. So I added a mini map, which I thought was really cool. So like whatever scene you're at, if you hit select, it'll pull up your little mini map, which is like a little rendered it like downscales the overworld map. Like this is the 100 scenes we were just looking at, kind of pixelified, and every place has got like a little description. So like it'll tell you the Dark Temple's here, the village is here, or whatever. I want it to be like unknown until you discover it. And then also like little Tashio's face there is also like in the same spot on the map. So like right here, he's at the bottom of the screen, and his little face is at the bottom of this quadrant. But then if we were to go, if we were gonna be at the top of this quadrant and then pull up the mini map, his little face. So it shows his face in the correct space for the scene too. Just, just a little detail there, but it's like, it's not a big deal, but I think it's cool. And then we rehauled our input system so it works. We don't have to double code things for touch devices and keyboard. We just have a new input system, and we just say, let's handle an up input or handle an up touch, right? And then we don't have to like double code any stuff anymore. So that's nice. And then, I guess we have to. I want to try to add this new. I want to add this new goblet. So we didn't export this just yet, but we did draw it. I want the goblet. We need. I think it has to be a singular road here because we need it to be symmetrical. So we'll put the goblet of fire here on either side of the door. Yo, thanks, Prosto. Thanks. Yeah, we've made a ton of progress in the past couple months, so it's been really cool. Hoping to get the demo out soon. I keep saying it, but it's gonna be soon. It's just one of those things where it's like I knew I wasn't gonna have the fire under my ass unless I like said on stream that it was supposed to be done in a month, and then I got a lot of stuff done that month. I didn't make it in time, but I did get a lot further than I would have otherwise. So yeah. Okay, for now I'm just gonna put a fake doorway here. Like this is like the fake door for Mage's Castle, because we don't have a stone castle yet, right? We don't have it for the refinery or for Mage's Castle, but just to show that I like this where like the goblets are now in front of the castle, and then you can imagine the castle or the Mage's tower goes upwards like this. So like this, this is what I'm wanting If we export global map, this is more like what I'm wanting for the goblets instead of it being at the bottom there. Okay, so we've got the goblets rendering. It looks like, see, we've got where we can walk in front. Actually, this isn't bad. Yeah, that isn't bad. Because I mean, like, that's probably too close to the goblet to walk. Because typically on up collisions, you can get about what, like a third of your body. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 16 pixels. So yeah, about a third of your body can walk up to something without colliding with it. So I think we still want to add little collidables, because that's at least we would want to shift up the warp zone so we don't trigger it so soon. Yeah, I think I want the consistent up collision on this thing. But yeah, I like that the goblets can be in front of this pathway here. It's not so symmetrical anymore, but we can keep finagling that. And then Rickety Bridge will be moved one frame over. Yeah, it's tough because there's no middle tile, because it's 10 tiles wide and 8 down. And 10 tiles wide means at tiles, what, 5 and 6, those are the two middle tiles. There's no one singular dead center tile. So yeah, I don't know. Is it too skinny for Mage's Tower to just be? Yo, sounds good, Prosto. Thanks for hanging, dude. It's always fun to catch up. Yo, get some good rest in or work in, whatever you gotta do. Yo, thanks, dude. Yeah, you have a good morning, good day, or good night. I don't know if you stayed up or what. Okay. Yeah, let's. I don't know. Part of me, I don't know. I kind of want to do the 2 tile wide. Well, because I'm kind of thinking it too from, if you look at it once you're inside here, like you've got a whole screen, right? Not just 2 tiles wide, but then you also got a room over here. So there's a lot of space in this place. So like, if you walk in and it's only 3 tiles wide, yeah, it might need to be a lot wider. Yeah, it might need to be a lot wider. Just to kind of sell the illusion, you know? Yeah, 3 tiles is too skinny. I still think the doorway needs to be 1 tile wide, but I think we need... Yeah, I think we need a wider castle. Yep. Yo, Sora, what's up? Yo, I am doing awesome. I mean, I had a big work day today, so I'm a little low energy, but glad to be streaming again. Yeah, I missed the past couple days because I've been on this big shoot, but we wrapped today, so I'm back at it. So yeah, okay. I think we want a bigger castle. It's just too small. So let's maybe look at the mock-up a bit more and make sure we're happy with it. Yeah, see, that's just too small for the castle. So this is weird. We like did like a makeshift tile in the center here. This is so wrong. Okay. Because yeah, it can't be dead center like this. This is dead center. So yeah, this whole thing would have to move like that. Now that's more realistically centered. Okay. This doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to see what a wider castle might look like. Yeah. I kind of like, yeah, dude. Yeah, this is Mage's Castle would be wider like this. So if we imagine like it rounding off, because it's like a tube or, you know, a cylinder, like a spiral staircase, yeah, of a spiral staircase of a castle tower, you know, like Princess and the Blob tower. Yeah. 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 And then, you know, we would extend this. This would be better. So, you know, this would be more over here. That looks so bad. But yeah, bigger castle. And then rickety bridge over here. Water. Yep, I think the wider castle is definitely the move. As I screwed up everything. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this looks like it is 5 tiles wide. So let's do a 5-tile castle, and then we'll add the collidable map for the bottom of the goblets here. And then we'll figure out what this little foyer looks like. Yeah, but this is cool. I like the reveal. Like once you walk out of Mage's Castle, you don't know how tall it is until you walk up Rickety Bridge here and see that the castle extends into this scene. It's like super tall. Okay. Yes. Okay, so let's do... I'm just going to put like this like placeholder wall, right? Because it's like this is supposed to be 5 wide. And then just to give us like a little look at what this is supposed to be like. You know. Yeah, I mean, it's all the wrong tiles, but this is like just a placeholder. Yeah. Yes. Looks very ugly, but yes. Okay. So we'll need to scoot up our collidable warp zone. But this is looking good. Okay. Yes, I like the chalice. I like the goblets of fire there. It's just a little more mystical. Yes. Okay. So bad. Oh, that's so ugly. It's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Okay. Yeah, we do want Rickety Bridge to go one more. Okay, we won't scoot that just yet. Well, yeah, let's scoot it. We do need to make a whole Rickety Bridge sprite because this is just like log floor sprite. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, it'll look something more like this. Okay. Still, you know, way off, but this is just, it's getting closer, getting closer. Yes. Yes, that's feeling much better. Yes, I like Rickety Bridge way over there. Because this is supposed to give all, you know, we're supposed to just see the top of Mage's Castle in the middle of the screen over here. So like it extends from up here all the way up as you walk over into the village. So he's kind of got his own little tower over here. So let's add the collidable map objects for the goblets, and then we will scoot up the warp zone, and then we'll be set to develop and draw the pixel art for Mage's Castle. We also need to draw the pixel art for the refinery because it's a log cabin right now when it should be a stone cabin. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't got much fuel left in the tank, so we might get yo, sounds good, RZ. Thanks for hanging, man. Go get some good breakfast. Yeah, thanks for hanging. Yes, let's add the collidable map objects. So how we do this is we've got a 9.2 scene. So map 9.2 is this scene. So we need to add into our collidable map objects table 2 collidable map objects at the correct spots, right? So if we go to collidable map, what is that? Collidable map objects, and we say, you know what? Let's render our collidable map objects, and we'll go to our map declarations, and we will insert into our collidable map objects a thing, and the thing isn't a pushable, but it's going to be a collidable map object instantiation like this. So this will be, and what we'll put is Mage's Castle sconces. Okay, and it is a 9.2. So where do we need to insert these collidable map objects? Well, if we look at the parameters, it takes in a row and a column, and that calculates the tile size for the X in pixels. So this would be like 3 over 2 down. So if we go about that, what are these other parameters though? Because it goes width, height, and then an offset. Width, height, and an offset. So width, a tile size width, a height of 4. So let's say height of maybe, yeah, I mean 4 is probably good. Let's just see what 5 looks like, and we'll give it no offset on the X or Y, and we'll just see what a 3.2 collidable map object looks like. Okay, it's a little thin box, which is almost in the right spot. It needs to be left 2 more. So instead of 2, did we do that wrong? 3 down, 2 over, 3 down, 2 over. So we want to go 4 over, 3 down. Now, the collidable map objects now, oh, this is perfect. That's like basically perfect. We need a 1 pixel, 2 pixel shrinkage on the width. So we'll say the width is tile size -2. Then the X offset is gonna be just 1 pixel over so that we negate the empty space on either side. That looks just about perfect. So if you look at our head, we can't walk to the side of this sconce because we're running into it. And it looks like our bun is like, oh crap, is our bun rendering under? Oh crap. Was our bun rendering under the collidable map object? What the heck? I think it's just getting lost because it's the same pixel. I think it's okay. This looks okay to me. Yeah, because we shouldn't be able to... Yeah, because look at here. We can't walk that far. Here we can walk like 4 more pixels. Yeah, I think that's right. That looks good to me. So let's add another one, which is 2 more over. So 6, 3 down, 6 tiles over, same width and height. So now we should have collidable map objects right in the way of our sconces. Cool. So now we can't walk through. We have to make sure we're not kind of colliding with them. Now let's scoot up this warp zone just a bit. Scoot up the warp zone to go to Mage's Castle, which is its own... Where do we put it? Warp. We insert a warp zone. I thought we did that here in map declarations. We're looking at Mage's Castle. This is the dialog box. We're looking for the warp zone. Insert warp zone. This is to the tavern, to the temple, to the castle. Cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. So yeah, there's a bunch of parameters for this thing. I don't believe we have an X offset, do we? For it? Insert warp zone. We don't. Well, now that, you know, it might not bug me now that we can't trigger it with the sconces, so it actually might be okay. Because you have to walk. Yeah. I think it's okay. It's just that, yeah, it triggers kind of soon. Like, it doesn't trigger here, which is fine, but as soon as you go, you know, it goes like... I like where it gives us like a little bit of space to walk inside it. You know, like we can see the side covering us, and then it triggers, you know? Because I believe... And that's a hard thing, because it's like our warp zones are kind of... See, look, we can walk in. You know, we want to be able to walk in, so maybe it's just one off. You know, maybe the warp zone is just one tile size too high, maybe? Yeah, I think it is just one tile size too high. So let's just scoot it up to the warp zone. So if we look at the warp zone, we have like a bunch of parameters. I'm like warp from row, from column. So the from column should, no, the from row should be up 1. So 1 number lower. So the first parameter is just 1 number lower. So instead of a 9, let's do an 8 and see what that looks like. Oh my... Yeah, let's see that. Because we should be able to walk a little bit into it. Now we can't see the warp zone, but... Yeah, that is just not there at all. This is the warp... Okay. That's the different scene. So that's not... We need the location, not the scene, which is warp from X. Yeah, so it's the fifth parameter needs to be 1 number less. So we have a 9, 2, 10, 19, and then instead of a 5, a 4. I think that's wrong. I think that's the X. Yeah. So let's undo that, and this will be 2. Okay. I think that's right. Yes. So warp zone. See, look how far deep that is. That's better though. Like, I like that you have to walk into it. Because if we had... Gosh, it's just off. What is so off about that door? Oh, you know what it is? I think it's because this is like a... This is a door from a dungeon which has like this forced perspectives. Because see how tall this door is? Yeah, let's do this door as a template for it. We'll do a log cabin door instead of a dungeon door, because that dungeon is throwing me off. You know, we need to build the castle one for it, but for now, we'll put a log cabin door, which is where? Where is a freaking log door? Log door. Oh my gosh, I just got a flashback to Homestar Runner. Okay, it's gotta be like right here. I thought it'd be right here, because this is where all the log door stuff is. All the log cabin stuff. Where is it, man? Is that it? I think it's two. I think it's two pieces. I think this is one piece. Yeah. And then there's a top. Is that this? No, I don't think it's that. Yeah, no. It's this. Where the heck is the top of that? Man, who made this? Who did this? Where the heck is that piece? Okay, let's take it one layer at a time. So look, we draw this piece first. That's the base layer. That's what the player renders on top of. Then on the above ground, we have nothing. Then the top level, we have the top of that thing rendering over. So the top of it looks like just like this. So we need something that looks just like that. This one right there. Which is where? Top level tile is collidable. It's got to be that one. Yeah, that's just non-collidable. Okay, so let's do that. We'll put this one here on top level, and then we'll put on ground level this one. Yes. Okay. Now it's still wrong, but this should give us a better idea of the actual how deep we can walk in before triggering a warp zone. Yes. Still think it's too deep, but actually no, yeah, that's fine. Because yeah, look at we disappear almost halfway into it before it triggers. So like walking in here, you could still change your mind and walk out. That's looking good. Okay, sweet. Okay, I like the sconces. I like the warp zone now. This is looking a lot better. Okay. Sweet. We're in good shape. Okay, I'm gonna tap out. I'm about to fall asleep. So I think what we'll do is take a look at our get diff here. Okay, we export some new tile sets. Basically all we did today was update the sconces in the master sheet to be two different tile sizes, two different sprites, so that we can kind of offset them and have them render in front of Mage's Castle instead of just in a 16 by 16 tile. We adjusted our warp zone just a bit. We added collidable map objects for our sconces so that we can't just walk through them now that they are not technically a 16 by 16 collidable map object, and then yeah, updated our enums for our sconce starter. So like sconce animation moved to 2 sprites. Building out Mage's Castle. Okay. So what we have left is we have to actually make the sprites for Mage's Castle, but the pieces are here, right? I like the sconce. You know, we have to make you know, we have to make this part prettier again, but we have the pieces of Mage's Castle. It's starting to come together, and then we'll build out how tall it gets. But yeah, we need to move these collidable map objects renders. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll take out this render, and I guess what we can do is also just kind of put placeholder castle right like this on our above ground. So like this is how tall Mage's Castle really is in game, right? It's super tall, and then it ends here, something like this, just as like a placeholder. So it's like it's a tall pillar. We don't have the right sprites for it just yet, but that's what we're doing tomorrow. So we'll export as a global map. We'll have now we have at least like a visual placeholder for Mage's Castle. So, you know, we've got the sconces there. We can walk in and teleport inside of it, come back out of it, and then as we scroll off screen, we can see that Mage's Castle is still just super tall. So I'd be curious how we're gonna do, like, you know, this optical illusion. It should look, you know, I want it to look tall, not just yeah, I don't know how we're going to get the very top of it to make it look like it's really, really that tall. Because this shape is kind of looking a little weird. But I like this idea of Mage kind of being sequestered off in his own, like, high rise here. And then the majority of the town, the village, just starts here, over here. So I like this, yeah. Yeah, cool. Yes, okay. It's coming together. It's coming together. So we get pushed today. This was good. This was good progress. We'll find someone to raid out to. Call it a night. Let's run credits here. And we will find someone to raid. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, and we will get some more good programming done. It looks like Brightside's doing his music challenge tonight, so I was like raiding out to him because he's a good friend of the channel. So hope you all have a great night. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Peace out, and hope everyone gets some good rest, because I know I need it. Yeah, peace out. Thanks for watching.
Pretty much there.